Hi there, did you videos called Live? Super beefy tower built in 1964.
Its primary purpose was to revolutionise telecommunications.
Why do you need a high tower like this right in the middle of London? Microwave system.
The Prime Minister at the time, Harold Wilson, opened the building in 1965 by making one such revolutionary call to Birmingham.
You can see you very clearly on the monitor.
To a man with the word microwave behind him. There was a revolving restaurant on the third
Wow.
floor.
Dynamite digital analog, 6:50 a.m. now. 8 in the morning, and it
There was
is
also a race up the tower
February.
stairs in 1968 because,
Wow.
well, why not?
February 22nd,
It took 4 minutes.
Thursday morning, 2024.
But beneath the surface of excitement lay a world of secrets. The tower's role in national security remains cloaked in intrigue. In 1978, a journalist was tried for collecting information about it.
Wow.
During the trial, the judge said the tower could only be referred to as Location 23.
Fascinating.
The tower was also a target.
This bomb was a far more powerful and far more sophisticated device than others used in recent bomb outrages in England.
It was just this awful bang, as I say. It was panic stations all round.
The restaurant closed shortly after, then all public access stopped in 1981.
Bloody hell. That's sad.
The London exchanges are overloaded. The stock exchange lines we've had problems with as well. Nigel trying to solve those.
In the 2000s, it got its now famous LED lights, announcing everything from scorching hot summer days to the birth of royal offspring.
Wow.
Announcing
Cool.
they've sold it, BT said the deal will help preserve the building for decades to come.
Amazing.
Shevich, BBC News.
Incredible.
So there's the history. What's the future hold? Now, the charity 20th Century Society will be involved in the planning process for the hotel, and its director, Catherine Croft, joins us now. Catherine, good morning to you. It's an iconic building, particularly for Londoners, I think, who've seen it throughout the years and you know, the story of the building. But what does the future hold for it? How are you envisaging this? Because you're going to be part of this project.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really early days as yet. I mean, there's no planning permission at the moment, and I think that the new owners are very much just starting on working out what to do with it, and it's going to be really challenging. I mean, it has the amazing revolving
Wow.
at the top, but the
Cool.
floors below that are tiny. You know, it's a very narrow stem to the building, and fitting hotel bedrooms in there, I think, is going to be really tricky.
But you have the views. That's what you get in terms of selling it, don't you? And that, you know, we're
It's
seeing
an
the
absolute
pictures.
one-off.
We're
Yeah.
seeing the pictures
Yeah.
as well. You know, when the messages are put on the screen at the top. I mean, I wonder if there are some things that just can't be compromised.
I think that basic silhouette is absolutely crucial, isn't it? And I mean, the extraordinary thing is that when this building was first completed, it was the tallest building in London, and now it looks minute, really, compared to some of the clusters of towers around the
Yeah,
city.
like the Shard.
But it does. You know,
The
where
Sky
it is in
Gardens.
Bloomsbury, it still really stands out, and you can see that silhouette. And I think it's right. It is something that Londoners feel incredibly kind of fond of. It's a real friend and just a very distinctive landmark.
And morning to you, Catherine. It's Charlie here. I was just
Wow, amazing.
reminding
What
myself,
view.
and I had kind of forgotten about it, when the Goodies had a kitten
I
climbing
love the kitten.
up the outside of it. And sometimes buildings take on a sort of wider cultural significance when they're incorporated into completely different things, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, and with the kitten, the kitten kind of climbs up and then the whole thing keels over. And I think that was, you know, I mean, the whole point of the building was that it was incredibly robust. It was designed to withstand nuclear attack and 100-mile-an-hour gales. So
Really?
that was kind of a skin
Wow.
on that part of its brief, you know, that it was designed to be an indestructible part of the communication system. Not
Well, it's
just
definitely made it for the
domestic
Hurricane 97.
communications, but government security communications.
And Catherine, the shape of it, which you mentioned quite a few times, and we can see it in the images here. Why was it? Do we know why it was designed? That it was sort of one cylinder shape and then
My
got
God.
narrower and then broadened out again. What was the
Incredible.
logic there? Do you know?
Well, I think the cylinder shape is the main cylinder is where the offices and where all the rooms for the equipment were, and then the bit where it narrows is where they had all the satellite dishes originally. And then the bit at the top is the fun bit where the restaurant and the cocktail bar were. So I think the top bit was, designed to make it accessible, to get people to come in and enjoy it and celebrate it. And the rest was kind of the working bit.
Because it almost ends up with looking.
I see.
Not on the shot we're actually looking there. The bit
Wow.
just below there almost looks like the very top is slightly top heavy, doesn't it?
Yeah, maybe that's it. I mean, it sort of looks like it maybe shouldn't quite work, and yet it does.
You know, Catherine, as part of the 20th Century Society, you can
Wow.
tell me, you've alluded to it already. I mean, BT Town
Amazing.
used to be,
Cool.
you'd spot it and it could almost be a landmark you'd go towards if you knew, you're going to that area of London.
Yeah.
And now it is dwarfed, isn't it? And just how important it is that even though they're smaller buildings now and may not be as attractive or as glitzy, it's important that they remain to keep the character of any city or any town or any village they're in.
Yeah, I mean, I think distinctive buildings that tell specific stories are absolutely irreplaceable, and really make cities feel, richer and more enjoyable, and enhance not just the people who live there's lives, but bring tourists in as well.
Ah, you said it, my friend.
So yeah, and buildings of the 60s and 70s in particular are now getting to an age where they really need substantial investment if they're actually going to be able to survive and be enjoyable places to go to through the 21st century. So the time is right for the Post Office Tower to have a major refurb, and
Indeed.
hopefully it's got a new owner who
Wow.
really gets what's special about it.
Incredible.
I mean, he's one of the other hotels in the chain is the JFK terminal building by Saarinen, which is an extraordinary it's almost like a mini Sydney Opera House. It's all concrete shells overlapping, and the same chain has taken on that building, and I think done a really good job on it. So that bodes well.
Catherine, good to talk to you.
There
Catherine
you go.
Croft, Director of the 20th Century
Fascinating.
Society.
Incredible.
Let's see what's coming.
Hope you liked the video. Please subscribe to my channel on Silent Gems, my friend's Biking Gym, but every Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. ITF 5 Surrey Hills radio station show. And this is my friend Shane for the years, every Friday at 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. live on the Surrey Hills radio station show. And this is my friend John Larsha every Sunday at 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. live on the Waking radio station show. Please subscribe to it on Silent Gems. Bye. Happy. Bye.